What's up, party people? My name is Mark and welcome to my channel, Pop Punk Present and Past. If you're new to my channel, this is a music channel. Pretty much anything having to do with music, I'm probably covering on this channel or expecting a cover, or maybe you could convince me to cover. My friend hit me up last night asking me if I was going to review / react to this record. I said I hadn't thought to, and he said I should, so this is me doing so. The new 21 Pilots record entitled Trench. I don't necessarily consider myself a fan. There's some songs I like, there's some songs I don't like by them, but let's see what I think about this record, because I could love it and I could hate it. Also keep in mind this is a first reaction and also just my opinion, so if I say something's bad or something doesn't sound good, it's not worth like abusing people on the internet for, so don't do that. Guess I don't really care. 21 Pilots, Trench, 2018 release. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you got like that gritty bass line. You have those kind of like programmed eerie synth thing. I've heard this song before. This is something that was released beforehand.
Bro, are you filming a video?
Bridge right here that just pretty much drops everything out. There's like some tiny little playful like keys just in the back of that bridge. Oh, I like the production on that. I don't know if I like the production of the snare there. That little like finicky synth in the back. All the different synths being used kind of add to the grittiness of that song. All right, so this one's called Levitate. What is that sound in the back? It's like a screech? Okay, I like the kind of eerie, deep vocal that's kind of backing him. I wish there was a little bit more differentiation between chorus and verse there. Is that it? Really simple drum-wise on this one. The instrumental didn't do much for me. I like the lyricism on this, but I don't necessarily enjoy the performance here. Okay. This sounds like some fucking, like, Pokemon.
Now I see that if and when our truly different cries for if it's purely panic and when it's solemn sorrow. Until that time I'll try to sing this.
Oh. Okay. This is definitely my favorite hook so far. Oh. We're mixing like the falsetto with kind of like smooth R&B sound. Still remains. Are we still in love and is it possible to feel the same? And that's when going under starts to take my wonder, but until that time, jumps down at just piano and snaps. See, they got some fucking trumpets in there. They got some sort of mallet instrument. I'm gonna pause it here because I really enjoyed that track. I just wanted to say that like it's okay to make pop music. The verses kind of bring that song back for me. He's not doing anything special with his delivery, the instrumental, kind of basic, but then when you go into the hooks and the bridge and even into the end of the song, I think is really where the song shines. I feel like if they would have done something a little bit more complimentary in the verses, both instrumentally and vocally, that song could have really been elevated to like that next point where like I absolutely love it. Okay.
Deserts your fight, I'll go with you.
I do like how they use both acoustic and electronic drums. Yeah, I think I've heard this.
Surrounded and up against the wall, yeah.
Oh. Is that still Tyler Joseph? Just the falsetto vocals feel very like 70s, 80s-ish. And I dig it. Maybe I'm the only one, but it sounds dope. kind of wish the whole song was this kind of electro pop feel, because I mean they obviously have the ability to do it. Like this could be played at a fucking roller rink and you'd be like, I'm gonna go right into the next one, Chlorine. Also, if I'm missing anything lyrically, my apologies. It's kind of hard to pick these things up on like the first reaction. Okay. This song just feels really predictable. And I mean, just because it's predictable doesn't mean there's like not things I like. I like the melody in the chorus. Okay. It's kind of like ethereal, wide open, held out synth notes and piano. He sounds kind of different on that outro. Bridge into the outro, I'd say, are probably my favorite parts of that track. What is that? It's like some sort of string being used as a percussion instrument.
You know, I've always been collected, calm and chill. But if I'm feeling someone stepping,
I like the falsetto vocals. I do. By nature, falsetto vocals don't feel like a certain time because there's falsetto vocals always. But his sound particularly like 70s, 80s. It's a very like 16-bit game type synth back there.
Just to show you the world for you.
So I really like, I guess, main hook in that track. I also like the outro because they had some instrumentation in there. I'm still getting the feeling that the rest of the song just musically is just holding back what they're doing in the choruses. Neon Gravestones, and we'll be halfway through the record here.
My opinion, our culture can treat a loss like it's a win, and right before we turn on them, we give them the hype.
Oh, I like the little vocoder voice in the back. Ooh, there's like a deep flute back there. Ooh. Okay, okay.
And you move on to someone else that no longer scares us, but for sake of discussion and spirit of fairness, could we give this some room for a new point of view? And well, I'm refusing the lesson. It won't resonate in our minds. I'm not disrespecting what was left behind, just pleading that it does not get glorified. Find your grandparents or someone of age. Pay some respects for the path that they paved, to life they were dedicated. Now that should be celebrated.
I really like kind of the end of that song there. The instruments drop out and it's quite obviously a spoken word section. One of my favorite bands that does that is Movements. If you've never checked them out, I'll probably leave some sort of link down below. And I highly prefer his very like literal vocal style when he's doing a spoken word piece, when the instruments are kind of dropped out. Obviously, I'm only halfway through this record. We'll see how he changes up that vocal style in the verses and that flow. I just want to see him rapping like with a little bit more variety. I can't tell if they're actual backing vocals or if it's just the production on his vocals. I can't really tell, but whatever's giving his voice kind of that thicker sound, I dig it. Okay, we got some ukulele in the mix. I like this one. Fuck. It has some good depth with different instruments. I dig that track in general. It's not anything that's like crazy that's gonna make like my favorite songs of the year list. Nice classic track. It doesn't have to be special to be enjoyable to listen to. We went right into Nico and the Niners, and this is one of the ones that I heard before. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't want to say accent, but I like that vocal style. Very direct in his pronunciation. Nico in the Niners. East is up. Honestly, that's what makes the chorus stick out to me. The production of it, how the highs kind of just point at you. This kind of contrasting bridge. I don't know, I dig it. Even though it's very simplistic lyrically, because he says like the same like 6 things. I think that verse is a little forced in this track. And we're gonna go right into Cut My Lip into Pieces. This is my last lip, or ooh. If you know me, I'm a huge fan of backing vocals. Ooh. This song's pretty cool instrumentally, especially in the chorus. I dig the instrumentals. I don't even care to listen to his voice in the chorus because like the instrumentals are so riveting. Hey. I mean, I really like the falsetto vocals at every part of the record. They're using the very prototypical rep. Hey sound. How long is it? That song is 4:43, so I mean it's a little long, but I think it just feels long because I don't really like the chorus vocally, so when they repeat it, I'm just like, okay, you're overstaying your welcome. We're going right into Bandito.
Contained like neon inside the glass.
Surprising enough, he hasn't like rapped like this since I complained about it. I haven't really liked anything about this song so far. I like this. Aside from like that cool kind of outro that was probably too long. The song was too long in general. That was probably my least favorite. Pet Cheetah. What an interesting suggestion. Okay.
No, I move slow. I wanna stop time. I'll sit here till I find the problem. I've got a pet cheetah down in my basement. I've raised him and paid them and named him Jason Statham. The one where the vultures are perched on the roof. Get behind me, I'll bet this nepotistic mindset will help us get ours as we're growing.
See, I liked his delivery way more there, but rhythmically, I'm still missing something. I don't know if I hate that or if I like that. Oh. Very bright keyboard. Obviously these nice falsetto vocals. We have uke. We have some horns that are obviously produced. That's one song that I legitimately liked all the way through. Ooh, love the horns.
I recorded this last bit. I look forward to having a lunch with you again.
That's obviously about the death of somebody. Just looking at the Genius page, it's the death of his grandfather. He apologizes that he didn't visit because he didn't know how to take it. That's something that kind of resonates with me as someone who's never really had to deal with death. And then that little kind of just verse or outro, whatever you want to call it at the end, that kind of gives it a hopeful feel. Even beyond the lyrical content, I just thought musically it was nice, simple, nothing felt forced. We're gonna go into the last track of the record called Leave the City. 3, 2, 1.
Tending to this fire, I've used up all they know that it's almost.
Dun, dun. Ooh. That's nice. That's nice. This feels like an album closer.
Last year, I needed change of pace.
Okay.
Couldn't take the pace of change. What I mean.
I just have to say, I really fuck with that final piano note. I like the tone, but also I love where you can hear the pressing of the key. People should literally mic the keys, is how much I like how it sounds. Okay, headphones off. That was 21 Pilots with their record Trench. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pleasantly surprised by how many things I enjoyed in that record. I don't know, that was interesting. Now, to be fair, me saying it's interesting doesn't mean I'm gonna come back to that record and listen to it all the time, because that would be lying. There is some songs that I really did enjoy. I enjoyed Jumpsuit. Legend stuck out to me. Morph. Let me know what your guys' favorite songs off this record are down below in the comments. Like, I try to keep along with the lyrics, but honestly, I understand this is a concept record. The concept probably went completely over my head, so I'm not even gonna try. If I'm gonna leave you guys with 3 things I enjoyed and 3 things I didn't enjoy, just off of my first listen, the organization of the actual track listing, the last song really does feel like a finale, and the first song really does feel like an opener. When you're listening to a record top to bottom, you want it to feel like an overall work, not just a bunch of songs that an artist threw together. Rhythmically, like the drums, the bass, it just didn't seem like anything special to me. It seemed like a lot of just hi-hat, snare. Even in the parts that the drums really could have shined. They could have given you something else during the rap sections. It just seemed really simple the whole time. Really enjoyed the falsetto vocals. Every time those came in, I just thought the performance was impeccable. I never credited him as being this amazing vocalist. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he's fucking Adele or something, but he definitely showed good ability and just overall good performance and execution on the falsetto vocals. I thought they used them at a good spot. I thought they fit well over the kind of electro pop type instrumentals that they were generally thrown over. I would say another thing I did not like is that it felt very formulaic as far as song structure. It seems like they really need to work on getting away from just verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. And I know it works. I know there's a reason why that's what people use, because it sounds good. As being like an experimental group, I would like them to deviate from that more than they did, because they really didn't much. And the last thing that I want to point out that I liked, the general instrumentation. I didn't necessarily think it was the most complicated record, but the fact that they did try to play with some other instruments, with some other textures, I think they should be given credit when they kind of create these nice little compositions with all these different sounds that they're playing around with. Finally, I'd say that the last thing I did not like, one of the things that has kind of held me back from 21 Pilots and stayed consistent throughout this, was just the rap vocal performance. I don't think there's enough variety. Maybe I'm like judging it wrongly and I shouldn't see him as a rapper. I should just see him as like an alternative artist that's like speaking in rhythm. But speaking in rhythm is rapping no matter what type of music you're making, and when you're rapping, I'm gonna judge you like I'm judge rappers. It just feels very repetitive at some point. And that's not a shot at him as a vocalist, because I can see he's very capable of doing all these different styles, but it seems like he only uses the different styles when he's singing and like doing choruses and stuff like that. In general, I think it's a pretty average to decent record. I don't think it's anything amazing, but I wasn't a huge 21 Pilots fan before this. I've been telling myself to use more of my scale, because I feel like I give everything between like 5 and a 10, because I feel like anything worse than a 5 means it's completely shit. But that shouldn't be the case. Anything below a 2 is gonna be completely shit now, not below a 5 though. I'm gonna give this a straight up 5. Just kind of somewhere in the middle. There's things I like, there's things I don't. I think the biggest thing that bogs us down is that there's pretty much something I don't like in like every song. If you enjoyed this video, remember to drop a like on the video, and also consider subscribing. I do this kind of thing pretty often. I will see you guys in the near future. Remember as always to do fun things and to stay beautiful.
Fell in love, but it ain't gon' last. Hydroplane like I ain't gon' crash. No frame with my face on glass. No rain when they check.